The indigenous people of Pondo land on the wild coast of South Africa have occupied this abundant land for centuries. Today, Pondo families practice the same traditional farming and fishing techniques as their ancestors. They have lived sustainably in the region for many generations. But extractive corporations have moved in to exploit the natural resources there, jeopardizing local ecosystems and ways of life.
When we first heard Shell has been given permit to explore for oil and gas, we were very surprised, but we were also very angry. How can that be? That's such a big thing which is going to have a direct bearing and an impact on our livelihoods, an impact on our ocean, that the government can make such a decision without talking to us.
The Constitution of South Africa is stated loud and clear that any development, communities must be consulted. There was no consultation, there was nothing. And then I just realized that our government does not count us.
Sinegugu Zukulu and Nonhle Mbuthuma had worked together for years to defeat a proposed titanium mine in their Pondo community of Amadiba, along the wild coast. In 2021, they learned that the government had granted permits for Shell to prospect for oil and gas in the ocean off the wild coast. The company planned to launch a seismic survey to map for reserves, blasting the seafloor with deafening sonic air guns that can be heard for miles.
There are families in our community whose source of income is solely dependent on the natural resources they collect from the ocean. The fish, the crayfish, the mussels, the oysters.
In addition to threatening the livelihoods of Pondo communities, the seismic surveys would have a devastating impact on the 360,000-acre marine protected area that was established to protect migratory whales and endemic fish populations that flourish there. According to the Pondo people's traditional beliefs, their ancestors live in the sea. They have a responsibility to safeguard these places where healers and elders communicate with forebears.
For us, it's not just an ocean, it's a sacred place. We walk along the beach and then we pray. We connect with our ancestors that, please, ancestors, come and help us.
Nonhle and Sinegugu organized a meeting with the Pondo community to raise awareness about the threat of seismic testing.
Where there is money involved, we are people who are never at peace. We knew that our rights are being threatened. We knew we had to mobilize. We identified a date of protest and released statements to let the people know what is at stake. We posted on social media telling coastal communities to rise up and to go to the beach and protest in order to show our anger.
Through this powerful mix of forces, the Pondo community fought to protect its rights and the environment in both the court of public opinion and the judicial system. In May of 2022, the High Court of South Africa held hearings to determine the validity of Shell's exploration permit.
People were telling me that you cannot defeat Shell. But when we go to the court, at this stage, we still have a hope. Maybe it's because we connect with our ancestors.
9 months after their struggle began, the High Court found that Shell's consultations with Pondo leaders were inadequate, and that the government had failed to consider the impact on the environment, including protected species, as well as the economic and cultural rights of Pondo people. The court ruled that the permit had been granted unlawfully and rescinded it.
We couldn't believe it. We were overwhelmed with joy.
When you have a hope, you believe on what you're doing, there's nothing can defeat you.
It is important to have the younger foot soldiers who understand what we are doing so that we know that even when we pass on, this land is left on good hands.
For outstanding environmental achievement for Africa, The 2024 Goldman Environmental Prize is awarded to Nonhle Mbuthuma and Sinegugu Zukulu, Wild Coast, South Africa.